Hey, my name is Daniel Martinez. I'm the host of High With Us podcast. Today we have returning guest Matt Larson. We covered cool stuff in the other episode. If you have not heard it, please go check it out. We covered a lot of everything, paying it forward and creating a new generation of entrepreneurs. I think it's such a cool topic. Definitely go check out the other episode. But today we cover deal breakdown. But since Matt is an educator and he loves sharing information, we're going to cover some cool, amazing stories on deal breakdown of his students that he's helped out. Because I think it'll be a joy for him to share these because he might just hear them a lot, but it's an opportunity for him to share them. So go ahead, Matt. Let's hear some deal breakdown stories from your students.
I'll tell you about how much time do we have?
We usually do these like 5 to 15 minutes. So
okay, I'll tell you about my most famous student that I taught one-on-one, Tony Robbins. I taught in 2014. Tony Robbins was you all know who Tony Robbins is.
Yes,
and he was getting a lot of flack from his critics because he was bringing 10-20,000 people to his event. They'd get all pumped up, and then they would leave and have nothing to apply it to. So Tony went on a mission to find the top. He did some research, figured out that he wanted his students to do single family home real estate. But the problem was he didn't know single family home real estate. So he went on a mission to find the top single family home investor. One call led to another, which eventually led to me. And in 2014, I taught Tony one-on-one how to do single family for 3 days. Just, his entourage and me teaching him how to do single family home investing. So that's like my most famous student. But the cool thing was he has an entourage. He had one of his top bodyguard was there, and he got his bodyguard was there for the 3 days. He got my security guy. He got my phone number at the end, and he paid attention. And he texted me a few months after I trained Tony, and he sent me a text that he wholesaled a property in Florida and made 50 grand.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. So that's one story. I have another student who's already done over 1,000 deals. And he texts me like every once a month with, hey, I just, he's making big money now. He'll send me a text like $250,000 here, new Lamborghini, new mountain home. And so he's killing it. He's got a big rental portfolio that he's built and doing a lot of deals. And then I got just tons and tons of people that I taught how to do virtual, or they might only be doing maybe 4, 5, 6 deals a month, but they don't have to work anymore. They get to spend time with their family. So I got another guy, his name is Chad, that he travels the world. He hasn't been in the United States in like 6 years, but wholesales constantly in the United States, and makes really good money. He's a really smart guy, really sharp, really good wholesaler, but just lives the life kind of a nomad and just loves life and shows his kids around the world. I had another guy that, man, so many. A friend of mine I went to high school with, his name's Blake. In 2008, he went to the college route. In 2008, the crisis hit, and he got downsized. And he was basically without work. By 2011, I was living in Trump Tower in downtown Chicago, driving a bright orange Lamborghini. And he's like, it can't be. Like, how is that guy I went to high school living in Trump Tower, 52nd floor, and driving a bright orange? So he gets a hold of me somehow, and I teach him how to do his very first wholesale deal. He makes like $2,300 on it. That was in the 2011, and now he's a 7-figure wholesaler making huge money, got a big team, he's been crushing it for years and years. That's a pretty fun one. Sheesh, man. So many.
Let me talk while you think of some more, but this is one thing I love you have like friendly fire with Tony Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
You have friendly fire education where somebody gets hit, somebody else gets shot with the drug of wholesale, and they make some money. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever had that opportunity, but maybe it'll happen one day. But that's an amazing story. But one thing I really want to hit on is your impact that you've done, because even with your friend that I went to high school with, that's a long relationship that you've had for a long time. But I was talking to somebody recently on how they've influenced a lot of people, and you're almost like building your own tree with all these different large branches that branch off and create and teach these new people. So like the impact you're making, you don't understand the ramifications of it, even at scale, because you don't know how many branches have been split off out of those main branches you created.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like infinitely, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to
Mm-hmm.
see. I hope everybody here listening, the impact you make becomes immeasurable. And I hope I hope you inspire people today. And I hope you inspired me today, because I think I'm doing good things and big things, but it shows, and I've only been doing it for 5, 6 years, but it shows that if I consistently do this, I show up every day, the impact that could be spread down the line that could be immeasurable. And I think I really want to say thank you for that. And I don't know if you want to tell another story, but I want to say thank you from my side for making an impact in the world, because I know it's not taken for granted. I mean, it probably is taken for granted everywhere, but I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I appreciate you saying that. It's just fun. I mean, sometimes it doesn't have to be big numbers. You
Yeah.
know, we talk the social media world, like everybody's talking 7 figures now and all that, but a lot of times it's the single mom that you just help them
Absolutely.
get the first deal done, and something triggers in their self-confidence. And then once you get your self-confidence right, everything else kind of files in place. So I've helped a lot of people do their first deal, more than I'll ever know or can count, you know?
Yeah, I have one of those right now. I have a mom, and every time she's on the call, she has her baby in the call, and I'm always trying to. She has a couple deals in the pipeline, but I'm trying to get one over the line just for her, because I know she's done a lot to get to this point, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
trying to get that deal across the line just to get her some money in her pocket and make it make sense right now. And I it's just amazing to see and inspire people from the ground up, because I was inspired by somebody when I first started.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm inspiring others. So it's like creating that tree branch effect and the ripple
Yeah.
effect down the line. It's an amazing feeling, and there's no amount of money that we could pay you to do this. I think it's once you start doing it, you start understanding, like, this is a good feeling, and I want to do the
Mm-hmm.
same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, like we do all these things, and we're not looking for, a pat on the back or like, hey, you're amazing. In reality, some of that's better for us. Like you help somebody do really good, and that's awesome, and you feel good for them. But it impacts you too. I have another student. He does like 10 to 15 deals a month, and he's legally blind. He walks with a cane.
Wow.
Um, he has to, like, imagine the challenge that goes through. Like we get to open our eyes and see his screen and type on a computer like normal. He can't do any of that. And he worked. I helped him do his first deal a few years ago, and now I think he told me he's doing 13 deals this month. And last year he did a single wholesale deal that made him 6 figures in one deal.
It's crazy. That is amazing. That is amazing. I love those stories, man. This has been an amazing episode. I hope you inspired others too. If you're not doing well, go check out Deal Lab. Check the other episodes. I'll put a link here in the bio. I think if you're doing things, I think this episode's for you too, because I hope it inspires you to share the information. I think living in an abundance mindset. If more of us are out there, we can really change the world one person at a time.
One last thing I'll leave everybody with, for those of the people that are watching. I mean, I don't want anybody to feel like that we're trying to push them into Deal Lab. That's just something to help. But if you go to my website, realestatematt.com, my social media handles are right on the front page, right there. If you go to Facebook, you'll go right to my link, and you send me a message. Just send me a DM, and you need a call. I'll help you with whatever your biggest bottleneck is. Just send me a message, and I'll send you a link, and I'll help you.
There you go. Like I said, if you haven't seen the episode, please go check it out. Thank you, Matt, for coming on. This has been an amazing. I appreciate your time, and I hope you hit your 2,000 phone calls. We talked in the other episode, and maybe we'll see the impact on that in the near future, and maybe the rest of our lives. You never know. It's a lot of work and a lot of effort. But for everybody here, go check out Matt. Thank you so much. This has been amazing. For everybody here, go like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. We'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, guys.